Welcome to your coverage of Missoula's sports heroes. You're tuned in to the Missoula Prep Sports Network live stream of local sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen.
This presentation of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana.
Check it out.
MPSN is your leader in Missoula's prep sports.
Woo!
We now take you to the action on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Everybody hustles out there, okay, guys? Nobody quits.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Missoula Prep Sports Network's coverage of Mavericks baseball as we are in Helena, Montana for a single conference game. The Missoula Mavericks taking on the Helena Senators. Let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineup, starting off with the Mavericks. Leading off, the pitcher, Brendan Hill. Dane Frazier was in right field. He'll bat second. Batting third is Terad Richardson, the shortstop. Batting fourth, Bridger Johnson is in center field. Stuart Long is going to hang out in left field. He's batting fifth. Batting sixth is Drew Stensrud holding down third base. Andrew Clausen is the wall behind the plate at the catcher position, batting seventh. Batting eighth is the first baseman, Zach Hangus. And Dayton Bay, the bunt killer, is at second base. For the Mavericks, Brendan Hill on the five-value pitcher's mound. Ty McGurran will lead things off for the Senators. He's in center field. Matt Krieger is the second baseman, batting second. Batting third is Caden Sell in right field. The first baseman will bat fourth. That's Chase Nielsen. Ryan Barrett, the designated hitter, bats fifth. Batting sixth is Zach Spearoff, the left fielder. Batting seventh is Grady Koenig. He's the third baseman. It's Hunter Kirkpatrick behind the plate, batting eighth. And Tyler Tenney, the shortstop, will round out the order with Ethan Kientz on the five-value pitcher's mound for the Senators. So the Mavericks coming off of a three-game sweep of the Billings Royals and a massive showing last night as the Mavericks would put up high numbers against the Senators. So Brendan Hill stands at the plate, and we are ready for our first pitch. And the first pitch of the game will come over the plate at 4:56 p.m. for strike one. Hill lets it come over, brings up 1-1 on the count. And a shot into right field. Caught by Sell, and it's one out at the top of the first. We go to Dane Frazier now for the Mavericks with one out and nobody on.
Right fielder, number 7, Dane Frazier.
Frazier steps in and pitch outside brings up ball one. Ball two to Frazier. Frazier leading the Mavericks with home runs, 3 this season. And an update on the Double-A, the Mavericks 12-1. This one's hit past the third baseman and Dane Frazier will be at first base for the Mavericks.
Batting third for the Mavericks, the shortstop, number 13, Trad Richardson.
We come to the number 2 guy in the home run club for the Mavericks. That's Trad Richardson with 2 on the season, picking up his second last week in Rapid City. Frazier steps away from first, 1 out, 1 on. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be in for ball 1, 1-0 on the count. The Bucks out of Bozeman are 12-4 in the number 2 spot as we get ball 2, 2-0. The Elks 10-6, Lakers 10-9, the Royals 7-9, Senators are 7-9, the Scarlets 7-12 after their trip to Missoula. Pitcher over the plate brings up strike one to Richardson. 2-1 on the count as time is called. Our officials for today's game behind the plate is Craig Struble, and Chris Romero is in the field. And pitch brought in for ball 3, 3-1 on the count to the shortstop. Trad moving over from third base to shortstop in the last few games with the play as a foul ball is tipped off to go to a full count at 3-2. With the play of Drew Stensrud at third base, Richardson's had some freedom to put some veteran moves on and go where he's needed, as this one's tipped off again, foul, 3-2. So we've seen Trad in the outfield and then recently moved into the shortstop position. Here's a roller out to the shortstop, picked up by Tenney. The shot to first, and it's a double play turn to end the inning. So the Senators come up with good infield play, and the Mavericks go down. Helena turned to bat right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Warning.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning. This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN, bottom of the first inning, scoreless between the Mavericks and the Senators. It's all conference games from here on out for the Mavericks until the 22nd, and then it will be the final game of the regular season, non-conference, right back here in Helena on the 24th. It's a 9-inning affair. So we get Ty McGurran to lead the inning off for the Senators. Matt Krager is in the on-deck circle, and Caden Sell in the hole.
Ty McGurran.
So McGurran steps in. We get Brendan Hill on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound for the Mavericks. And Hill's first pitch is outside on the lefty for ball 1. Hill steps off the rubber while McGurran steps in. Here's the 1-0, and it's hit into right field. Frazier on the run. It's in the glove, and that'll be 1 out to start the inning.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 2, Matt Krieger.
We go to Matt Krieger now for the Senators with 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the first. So Brendan Hill on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound for the Mavericks as he'll deliver ball 1. Finds the plate on that pitch for strike 2. And we'll get ball 2, 2-1 on the count. So looking at Hill's stats as a starter, 6-2. 14 games played, 14, or in his wins and losses, I should say, 6-2, as Hill will deliver ball 3, 3-1. 14 games, 14 starts, 41 2/3 innings pitched, as he'll deliver strike 2 to make it a full count at 3-2. 52 hits, 42 runs, 32 of those earned, as Hill will strike out the batter for the second out of the inning. We go to Caden Sell now with 2 outs. Nobody on. Bottom of the first for the Senators.
The right fielder, number 16, Caden Sell.
Sell with the pitch. Takes it on ball. 1-0 to Caden Sell. Hill with 22 walks, 34 strikeouts. As this one's popped in, and it's Trad Richardson to put it in the glove from the shortstop position. So 1-2-3 for the Senators, and we go to the bottom or top of the second right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
We are scoreless.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at mpsn406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's Prep Sports heroes.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Top of the second inning brings us to the number 4 spot batter for the Mavericks, Bridger Johnson. So 4, 5, 6, Johnson, Stuart Long, and Drew Stensrud in the order. Ethan Kynes continues his time on the 5 Valley pitcher's mound, and the first pitch of the inning will be over the plate for strike 1 to Johnson. Johnson, a birthday boy last night. We had 3 birthday boys in the building for the Mavericks, as this one's hit down the first base line and into the glove of Nielsen for the first out.
Fielder, number 2, Stuart Long.
We come to Stuart Long for the Mavericks. Long in left field tonight. Here's the pitch, and he'll swing for strike 1. Long has been hanging out at that shortstop position, but you know, the way Legion baseball works, well, you just have to roll with the players you have, and sometimes you've just got to have guys, as he line drives this one right into the glove of the second baseman for the second out of the inning. So we come to Drew Stensrud, the third baseman. And Stensrud will send this one into the bullpen down the first base line for strike 1. And our plate umpire, Craig Struble, giving a fresh baseball out there to Kynes. Mavericks coming off of a big doubleheader last night against the Scarlets, as we get ball 1, 1-1 on the count to Stensrud. He'll send this one over the second baseman's head, and Stensrud's going to be on for the Mavericks. So Stensrud will find himself at first for the Mavericks with 2 outs as we come to Andrew Clausen, the catcher. Kynes. First pitch will be swung on for strike 1 by Clausen. Clausen lays off, and Kynes will deliver over the plate for strike 2. 0-2 to the catcher. Here's a swing. This one's popped into right field. Tracked down by Sell, and the runner will be left behind for the Mavericks. Bottom of the second, right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
In the top of the second.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Bottom of the second inning, scoreless on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Brendan Hill out for his second inning on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound. And for the Senators, it's the 4, 5, 6 batters, Chase Nielsen, Ryan Barrett in the on-deck circle, and Zach Spiroff in the hole. So your defensive set for the Mavericks, you've got Zach Hangus at first, Dayton Bay at second, Trad Richardson is your shortstop, and Drew Stensrud at third as we have the first pitch of the inning swung on and popped back into the netting for strike one. Andrew Clausen behind the plate and Brendan Hill on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound. That's your infield set as we get the 0-1. And it'll bring up ball one, 1-1 on the count. For the Mavericks outfield, it is Stuart Long in left, Bridger Johnson in center, and Dane Frazier as we bring up ball 2-1 in right field for the Mavericks. Frazier. Here's Hill with the 2-1, and it's foul back in to the batter. Evens the count out at 2 apiece. So the Mavericks' last 3 home games, I should say, is Monday and Tuesday. As this one's popped over Bay's head, Johnson will come in and Nielsen will be at first base
Nielsen leads off this inning with
a leadoff hit.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 3, Ryan Barrett.
So with 1 out, 1 on, we come to Ryan Barrett, the designated hitter for the Senators. Here's Hill with the stretch and set. And it's a low pitch for ball 1. Clausen keeping it in front of him. Barrett settling in. Here's the pitch by Hill. And a swing with a tip brings up strike one, 1-1 on the count. So as I mentioned, the Mavericks with a sweep of the Scarlets at home Monday and Tuesday. Here's a pop into left field, tracked down, and this one's going to be off the wall. Runner at first is around to third, and they're going to hold him up. It's a double for Barrett.
Barrett doubles to left.
And now with no outs,
The left fielder, number 6, Zach Spiroff.
there'll be runners at second and third for the Senators. Takes us to Zach Spiroff, the left fielder. Spiroff settling in. Here's Hill with the stretch and set. And a roller. Stensrud dives on it. The throw to first as he has the check, and there's one away on the ground out. Good play by Stensrud, and that's why he has been over there at third, is his ability on the defensive side. So one away brings up Grady Koenig. Runners at second and third stay. Stensrud had a couple plays like that last night against the Scarlets as well. Smartly keeping the ball in front of him. Here's the stretch and set by Hill. And this one's popped into right field. Back for Frazier. Frazier will have in the glove. The tag. Runners will advance. It comes home, and the Senators will strike blood first off the sacrifice fly. 1-0 Helena on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. 2 outs now.
Sacrifice fly for Koenig. Now at the plate, the catcher, number 1, Hunter Kirkpatrick.
So 2 outs and Barrett at third as Hunter Kirkpatrick steps in. Here's Hill outside for ball 1. 1-0 on the count. Here's the pitch. And we get a ball, so we go 2-0 on the count. So the Senators jumping on the board right away. Upstairs takes us 3-0 on the count for Kirkpatrick. So the number 8 spot batter puts the bottom of the order in the on-deck circle for the Senators with 2 outs. Hill slides it over the plate for strike 1, 3-1 on the count. And Kirkpatrick will let it go by to go to a full count at 3-2. And a reaching swing will bring up the foul ball to keep us at 3-2. So looking at Kirkpatrick, thanks to our friend Jay Scott providing stats for the Senators. I am a heel because I did not help him out with our stats. Here's a low pitch to bring up ball. And it's a walk to put a runner at first and third now for the Senators. So the bottom of the order, Tyler Tenney for the Senators. A look down the third base line to get the signal. And Clausen signaling the field with runners on the corners. Hill with a foot on the rubber. Checks a runner at first, and now the set. Upstairs brings up ball 1 for Tenney. Top of the order in the on-deck circle, 2 outs. Runners at first and third. Kirkpatrick at first and Ryan Barrett at third as Hill will slide this one over the plate for strike 1. 1-1 on the count. Maverick fans in the stands down below making the 5 o'clock trip as this one's inside for ball 2, 2-1 to Tenney. Tenney with 28 at bats, 9 hits, and it's another ball. 3-1 on the count to the shortstop. Here's Hill with the stretch and set. And that's a walk to load the bases. 2 outs. Top of the order, Ty McGurran for the Senators. Clausen's going to head out and check in with his pitcher.
10, Ty McGurran.
So Hill and Clausen with the quick chat. So the Mavericks back on the road Friday and Saturday in Great Falls. 7 o'clock game on Friday night, and then a doubleheader on Saturday with the first pitch at 1. Here's Hill with the pitch, And McGurran down the first base line. It's a play to Hangus. Hangus with the roll, and he'll have it to Hill, and that will end the inning. 1 run earned for the Senators. They take the lead 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Top of the third, right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Hello folks, Chris Stratton here. You know me as the voice of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. I'm here to announce that the Milk Crate Media will be launching their newest project, the Chris Stratton Show podcast. That's right, folks. We're going to take our play-by-play coverage and bring it into the studio to give our student athletes in Missoula a voice to tell their stories. It'll be launching on July 15th on the Milk Crate Media Network, and you'll be able to find it at thechrisstrattonshow.com, as well as any of your outlets for podcasts.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Top of the third inning, the Helena Senators lead the Missoula Mavericks 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. The Mavericks will have the bottom of the order, the 8-9 batters. Hangus to lead off with Dayton Bay in the on-deck circle, putting the top of the order in the hole. Ethan Kites on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound for the Senators to try to hold off the Mavericks as Hangus steps in. And the first pitch to Kites will bring up Hangus will be ball 1-0. And Hangus had the pitch last night as this one's fouled off, 1-1 on the count. And it looked like this to start the first of the second game last night as we're outside for ball 2-1. But the start of the second game, the first 2 innings, they would be about 58 minutes long. And it looked like we were going to have a boat race as we get the pitch over the plate for strike 2, 2-2 on the count. And then the Mavericks settled in defensively and held off the Scarlets as the pitch is low. Takes us to a full count at 3-2. Dayton Bay in the on-deck circle. Here's the payoff pitch, and Hangus will swing for strike 3. 1 out, nobody on, top of the third. Takes us to Dayton Bay. Bay with a chop right into the first baseman, Chase Nielsen. Nielsen not even having to move, and that's 2 away on the infield fly.
The pitcher, number 3, Brendan Hill.
We swing to the top of the order now. Brendan Hill for the Mavericks. 2 outs, nobody on. And here's what's been fun about the Mavericks over the last 2 or 3 weeks. I think it's been almost 3 weeks. Is this one's fouled into the bullpen down the first base line to bring up strike 1. Is the top of the order has been scoring, and the bottom of the order has been hitting and getting the RBIs. Pitch outside brings up ball 1-1 on the count. So the top of the order has been able to get on, and then it's been the bottom of the order that's been bringing them home as we get ball 2-1. Here's the pitch by Kites, and this one is flubbed over. The shortstop's going to get there. No, he's not. And Hill will run down the first base line, and they're going to call that a hit for the Mavericks, and Hill will reach with 2 outs.
The right fielder, number 7, Dane Frazier.
That brings up Dane Frazier for the Mavericks with Hill at first. Mavericks down 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Now, keep your eye on Hill at first, folks. Here's the pitch outside. Ball 1. And this might affect Kites on his pitching. Hill, a speed demon. I call him the Flash. He had a steal at one of the at-bats as this one's rolled out to the shortstop. The play is made at second for the fielder's choice, and that will end the inning. So the Mavericks get a runner on and leave him behind. It's still 1-0. Bottom of the third right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 55 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Did your computer go down? Don't worry, Mike's Print and Copy has computer rentals available until you can get your computer replaced. In addition to computer rentals, Mike's has self-serve copiers so you can take care of your printing needs at your time. Do you have large-scale printing that needs to be done? From high-tech blueprints to large quantities, Mike's Print and Copy is your print store. Stop in and say hi to Mike at their new location at 1605 South Avenue West in Missoula. Mike's Print and Copy, proud sponsors of the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Welcome back to MPSN. Bottom of the third inning, the Helena Senators leading the number 1 Missoula Mavericks 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. It is the number 2 batter to lead off for the Senators, Matt Krieger. So Krieger, Sell on deck, and Nielsen in the hole. Brendan Hill on the 5 Valley Auto pitchers mound for the Mavericks. And Hill's first pitch will bring up ball 1. Krieger struck out swinging his first at-bat. Here's the pitch by Hill. And we go to ball 2, 2-0 on the count. So the Mavericks will have a day off tomorrow, and then it's a trip to Great Falls as this one's fouled back into the batter to bring up strike 1, 2-1. Craig Struble, our plate umpire for our game. 1 7-inning game, 5 o'clock start today. Here's a smack into right field, and Frazier's going to come up on it. He'll block it in front of him, which will save a base. And that'll be 1 on, no outs for the Senators to start
The right fielder, number 16,
the third.
Caden Sell.
We come to Caden Sell, the right fielder. He would have the play to end the Mavericks inning. Here's the pitch, and that one is outside for ball 1. Sell stepping in. Hill will check the runner and Krieger at first, and the pitch. And it's outside. Ball 2. Hill with the stretch and set. Here's a pop foul into the third base bullpen. And we'll have strike 1, 2-1. For Sell, he had a fly out his first at-bat. Here's the stretch by Hill. And over the plate brings us to 2-2 for Sell. Krieger at first. No outs, bottom of the third. And a throw to the first. A good dive. Here's the pitch and a swing. This one's going to be into place. Long comes up on it, puts a glove on it, and that is 2 outs.
The first baseman, number 12,
or 1 out, 1 on.
Nielsen.
We come to Chase Nielsen, the first baseman now for the Senators. Hill checks the runner at first, and now the stretch and set. Outside pitch will bring up ball 1 to Nielsen. Nielsen, a single his first at bat. Throw back to first. Hankus over there at first, he has really stepped up there defensively. Looking at Hangus's stats, as this one's battled off, foul, and we're 1-1 on the count. But for Hangus, in 36 games he's played, he's got 124 putouts. 4 errors has him at .972 on his fielding percentage. As we bring up ball 2, 2-1. Hill now with the stretch and set. And this one's into left field. Long will have it hop, and runners at first and second with 1 out.
Single to left for Nielsen. Now batting, the designated hitter, number 3, Ryan Barrett.
We go to Ryan Barrett for the Senators with 1 out. Runners at first and second. Mavericks looking to kill a double play here to roll out of the inning. And that's where their infield has really been sharp this year, as this one's punched into the outfield. Frazier runs it down, and he will not be able to put it in the glove. Runners will advance and hold loaded bases with 1 out. So loaded bases with 1 out for the Senators as Zach Spiroff comes to the plate, the left fielder for the Senators. Spiroff settling in. And for the Senators, they've got 98 runs for, 153 against. As this one's sent into center field, Bridger Johnson is back there. It's over Johnson's shoulder. Runner from third will come down the line. Runner from second's around the corner. They'll go ahead and run around Barrett as well, and it'll be a stand-up triple or a slide-in triple for Zach Spiroff to earn runs for the Senators.
Bases clearing triple for Spiroff.
And the Senators
The third baseman,
jump
number 5,
out.
Grady Koenig.
4-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard as we go to Grady Koenig now with 1 out, 1 on. Here's Hill with the pitch, and a swing will bring up strike 1. So for Koenig, it was a sac fly, his first at bat. He's got a runner down the line at third, and Spiroff. Hill now with the pitch. And we go outside for ball 1, 1-1 on the count.
Ball 1 and strike 1.
Here's the stretch and set by Hill. 1-1. Runner comes down the line. Bunt laid down the first base line. Hill will chase it down. Runner scores. A pitch to first, and that will be the out as the bunt, the sac bunt, will earn the runner from third, and the bases are cleared with 2 outs.
The catcher, number 1, Hunter Kirkpatrick.
And it's now 5-0 Senators, bottom of the third. Hunter Kirkpatrick will take the first pitch for strike 1. Hill delivers ball 1, 1-1 on the count. Bottom of the third, 4 runs for the Senators as this one's popped into center field. Caden Bridger Johnson over the shoulder, and he can't put it in the glove. The runner will advance to second for the Senators.
Double for Kirkpatrick.
Bottom of the order for the Senators.
The shortstop, number 7,
after the hit,
Tyler Penny.
brings up Tyler Penny. Here's Hill with the pitch. Outside, brings up a ball, 1-0. For Tenney, it was a walk as time is called. Hill now with the stretch and set. And he'll step off the rubber. So Clausen resends the signal. And now the set by Hill. And it's ball 2, 2-0. Two outs, runner at second in Kirkpatrick. Top of the order in the on-deck circle. Hill delivers over the plate for strike 1, 2-1 on the count. Hill has it hit to Richardson. Richardson not able to make a play on it. And there's runners on the corners.
Now at the plate, the center
and
fielder,
they are going to call that an error for the Mavericks. So runners on the corners, 2 outs. Top of the order, Ty McGurran at the plate for the Senators. And Hill's pitch will be fouled back into the catcher for strike 1, 0-1 on the count. So McGurran a line drive and a ground out. Here's Hill with the stretch and set. And this one's hit right at Hangus. He'll snag it out of the air, and that will end the inning. 4 runs earned. The Senators take a 5-0 lead. The Mavericks bat in the top of the 4th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Coming this summer, Milk Crate Media 406 will be the home to a new group of local podcasts to highlight our great state of Montana and the people within it. Starting with a local show to promote Missoula sports athletes. Next, a podcast that will take a look at world views. Then a show that will entertain you while informing you about Montana's great outdoors. And finally, a podcast that will take a look at the people and places that make Montana great. Stop by mcratemedia.com to see the full line of new podcasts.
When your workout window is small, you don't want to travel far, wait for parking, and hope for an open machine. Let Fuel Fitness and Nutrition ignite your life with no waiting. Fuel has plentiful parking and 30,000 square feet of weight and cardio training equipment. When you want it, you'll get it at Fuel. Businesses don't hesitate to sign up with Fuel. We have enough parking and equipment to handle your entire staff and 24/7 access so they can get in shape around work schedules. Ignite your life with no waiting at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition in the Holiday Village Shopping Center.
Would like to thank you.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. It is the top of the 4th inning where the Helena Senators lead the Missoula Mavericks 5-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. 3-4-5 batters due up for the Mavericks. Trad Richardson, Bridger Johnson in the on-deck circle, and Stuart Long in the hole. It is
number 13, Trad Richardson.
Ethan Kientz on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. So the Mavericks looking for runs here in the top of the 4th, behind. And the first pitch to Richardson is over the plate for strike 1. Mavericks 12-1 in conference play, sitting on top ahead of the 12-4 Bozeman Bucks as we go 1-1 on the count. The Senators in the 6th spot as this one's fouled off. Senators 7-9. They're tied with the Royals. The Lakers 10-9 in the 4 spot as we bring up a ball to Richardson. 2-2 to Trad Richardson. But for Richardson, as this one's rolled up over the pitcher's mound, bounces into center field, and the Mavericks will start the inning with a runner at first.
Richardson leads off with a single, bringing to the plate the center fielder, number 10, Bridger Johnson.
We come to Bridger Johnson now for the Mavericks with 1 on, no outs, top of 4. Mavericks looking to go to work. 42-17 overall are the Mavericks. 43-17, I should say, as this one's hopped out to the shortstop, down the line, and safe at first. The fielder's choice will have Richardson out at second, and we'll have 1 out, 1 on.
The left fielder, number 2, Stuart Long.
Stuart Long now for the Mavericks, and Long will take the first pitch for ball 1. We want to send a shout out to the voice of summer, Paul Yarbrough, as he is watching in hashtag Our Town is Superior. Here's Long with a shallow pop into right field. Sell comes up, has it in the glove, and there's 2 outs. We bring up the third baseman, Drew Stensrud, for the Mavericks. Stensrud had an interesting game last night for the Mavericks. As he's going to pop this one into center field. Stensrud is going to be on with runners at first and second for the Mavericks. Taking us to Zach Hangus, and this is what I was talking about before, folks. Is the Mavericks have been able, the bottom of their order has been able to produce hits that has resulted in runs as we go to Andrew Clausen, who's in the number 7 spot with runners at first and second and 2 outs. And Clausen will swing for a foul ball for strike 1. So Stensrud at first, Johnson at second, 2 outs on the board. Here's Kynes with the pitch. And this one's over the shortstop's head. This one's got play on it as it hops into the gap. They'll bring around Johnson. Stensrud will make his way to third. And here's Clausen on his way to second as a throw was made to the third baseman, and the Mavericks are on the board. 5-1.
The first baseman, number 11, Zach Hangus.
So we come to Zach Hangus, the first baseman, with runners at second and third and 2 outs as Hangus will take the first pitch for strike 1. Here's Kynes with the pitch. And Hangus with a foul ball takes us to strike 2, 0-2. Kynes back on the rubber. Clausen at second, Stensrud at third. Here's the pitch by Kynes, and it's outside. We get ball 1. Here's the stretch and set, pitch on the way. And Hangus will settle, going 2-2 on the count. And that has been an improvement for Hangus as we go to a full count on 3 straight ball pitches. 3-2, as he's been patient at the plate over the last week, and that's really changed his batting. And this one is hopped right in front of the second baseman. The throw to first is there, and that will end the inning. The Mavericks get on the board, though, with 1 run. It's the bottom of the 4th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Some changes in life are too painful to go through alone, and Cunningham Law can help in making difficult decisions from divorce to child custody. Kyle Cunningham focuses solely on family law. Cunningham Law will help you land on your feet when big changes come to your family and life. Visit www.familylawmontana.com or give Kyle a call at 406-203-4678 today. Cunningham Law Services. You don't have to go through this alone. Cunningham Law is a proud sponsor of the Northwest Regional Tournament.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. We are in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Mavericks getting in the board in the top of the 4th to make it 5-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. It is the 2-3-4 batters scheduled up for the Senators. Matt Krieger, Caden Sell is in the on-deck circle, and Chase Nielsen is in the hole. Brendan Hill on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound for the Mavericks, as he comes in for his 4th inning of duty for the Mavericks. So Krieger steps in, and Hill will have the first pitch of the inning. This one's bounced out to Stensrud. The throw to first. Hangus is there, and the Mavericks will have 1 pitch, 1 out to start the 4th.
The right fielder, number 16, Caden Sell.
We come to Caden Sell, the right fielder for the Senators. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 4th inning, Senators lead 5-1. Here's the pitch by Hill, and he'll deliver ball 1, 1-0. So the Mavericks on the road, they've only got 3 home games left, and that'll be in a 2-day span, Monday and Tuesday, as this one swung on for strike 1, 1-1. Mavericks will host Medicine Hat on Monday and Tuesday. They do have a game against the Bucks on the Wednesday, as this one's out to Bay, the throw to first, and it's 2 away.
Batting third.
So it's
the first baseman, number 12, Chase Nielsen.
Medicine Hat on Monday and Tuesday, and Bozeman at home on Wednesday. And then it's Lethbridge for 4 games. Pitch over the plate. Brings up strike 1 to Chase Nielsen. Over the plate. Strike 2, 0-2 to Nielsen. Nielsen has a pair of singles on the game. Here's a foul ball to keep him going at 0-2. Time is held while the umpire, Craig Struble, picks up the ball behind the plate. Here's Hill with the pitch, and it's swung on. And Clausen will have the throw down the first base line. Hangus is there, and that is the inning. So 1-2-3 for the Senators. We go to the top of the 5th. Mavericks searching for runs, down 5-1. Back after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
MPSN is back to live stream the Montana Legion Baseball AA and State A tournaments this summer. Join us live from Billings, Montana for the State AA Tournament and Florence, Montana for the State A Tournaments, July 27th through the 31st for all the play-by-play action of every game. If you know of a local business in your community that would like to sponsor the coverage of the games on MPSN, please send us an email. MPSN, Legion Baseball's home for the 2019 Montana State Legion Baseball Tournament.
Warning, warning.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning, warning. This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. We come to the top of the fifth inning. Mavericks at bat, and it is
the second baseman, number 1.
The bottom of the order, Dayton Bay to lead off for the Mavericks. So 9-1-2 on the schedule as Bay steps to the plate. Ethan Kites on the 5 Vallejo pitcher's mound. Neither bullpen has had any action, so coaches settling with what they are dealing. Here's the first pitch of the inning, and it's going to be popped up over into right field, shallow over the second baseman. A sliding catch by Sell, and we've got 1 out, 1 pitch for the Mavericks. We swing to the top of the order for the Mavericks, Brendan Hill. So the Mavericks and the Senators playing their annual series in the non-conference portion of the beginning of the season, the Wednesday night games, which I, for one, love, both at Lindbergh Craig Field and here in Helena. And the Senators would own that series. As a pitch upstairs brings up ball 2 to Hill. Hill with a ground out and a single. Here's the 2-0. And this is bounced to Hathaway to bring up strike 1. 2-1. Hathaway, manager for the Mavericks, third base coach Brian Mosier at first. Hathaway in his 29th season as this one's rolled up over first base, or second base into center field, and Brendan Hill will be at first with 1 out for the Mavericks.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 7, Dane Frazier.
We come to Dane Frazier now for the Mavericks, with 1 out, 1 on. Frazier settling in. Pitch on the way, and it's over the plate for strike 1 to Frazier. Frazier leads the Mavericks in quite a few categories offensively. And there's a throw to first, forcing Hill back. But Frazier leading the team with hits, 75, RBIs 57, first base or singles 53, 18 doubles and 7 triples, 51 walks. Those are all categories that he leads the team in as we go 1-1 on the count. He's second in the team as this one's hit right into the glove of the third baseman. A throw to first, and Hill is out, and the double play's turned. Inning is over. Senators have the ball bounce their way defensively, and it's 1-2-3. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
No one left on base at the top of the fifth for the Mavs.
Did your computer go down? Don't worry. Mike's Print and Copy has computer rentals available until you can get your computer replaced. In addition to computer rentals, Mike's has self-serve copiers so you can take care of your printing needs at your time. Do you have large-scale printing that needs to be done? From high-tech blueprints to large quantities, Mike's Print and Copy is your print store. Stop in and say hi to Mike at their new location at 1605 South Avenue West in Missoula. Mike's Print and Copy, proud sponsors of the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Bottom of the fifth inning, the Helena Senators leading the Missoula Mavericks 5-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard as we get Ryan Barrett to lead off the inning for the Mavericks. Brendan Hill on the 5 Valley pitcher's mound, his 5th inning of duty. Here's the pitch, and Barrett will roll this one to Stensrud. Picked up in the glove. The throw to first is there, and Hangus strong on the bag for the out. 1 pitch, 1 out, just as the Mavericks did in the bottom of the 4th. So we go to the left fielder, Zach Spiroff, who's batting in the number 6 spot for the Senators. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 5th. We have 7 innings tonight, folks. 1 7-inning game. This is a bouncer picked up by Richardson. The throw to first. Hangus is there, and it's 2 pitches, 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th.
Batting third, the third baseman, number 5, Grady Koenig.
Hill at 70 pitches, 43 of them over the plate for the Mavericks. Grady Koenig now with 2 outs, nobody on. And the pitch outside will bring up ball 1. Senators leading the Mavericks 5-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And, well, the Mavericks with an explosive game last night as 2 games, as this one's in the glove of Johnson, and it's 1-2-3 for the Senators. We go to the top of the 6th. The Mavericks with the runners set to go. We're back after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hello, folks. Chris Stratton here. You know me as the voice of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. I'm here to announce that the Milk Crate Media will be launching their newest project, the Chris Stratton Show podcast. That's right, folks. We're going to take our play-by-play coverage and bring it into the studio to give our student athletes in Missoula a voice to tell their stories. It'll be launching on July 15th on the Milk Crate Media Network, and you'll be able to find it at thechrisstrattonshow.com, as well as any of your outlets for podcasts.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Milk Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it is social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or for radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of prep sports in Missoula and the surrounding valley.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Top of the 6th inning, Senators holding off the Mavericks 5-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. We've got Ethan Kites on the 5 Valley pitcher's mound. For the Mavericks, it's the 3-4-5 batters. It is Trad Richardson at the plate. Bridger Johnson is on deck, and Stuart Long is in the hole. So we come to the first pitch of the inning. And we do have a change defensively as Richardson will rest for ball 1. And that is Rudy Barkley is now in right field. In place for Caden Sell. Here's a swing to bring up strike 1. 1-1 on the count. For Kites, 63 pitches, 40 of them over the plate on the night. And we do have a body in the bullpen as this one's lifted into center field, and it's in the glove of McGurran for the first out.
The center fielder, number 10, Bridger Johnson.
So we come to Bridger Johnson for the Mavericks. 1 out, nobody on. So the Senators with an arm up in their bullpen. As an outside pitch will bring up ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Johnson with a foul tip into the netting. Brings up strike 2. 1-1 for Bridger Johnson. It's a line drive and a fielder's choice. Here's the 1-1. And Johnson will have ball 2. And Bridger Johnson in there offensively for the Mavericks as well. Johnson third in the team in at-bats, 171. First in the team in runs with 56, as this one's bounced out to short. A glove at first, and there's 2 outs. So we go to Stuart Long for the Mavericks with 2 outs.
The left fielder, number 2, Stuart Long.
Stuart Long, he's got 39 runs off of 51 hits on the season, 3rd in the team in both of those categories as he'll take ball 1. He's also 3rd in the team on walks with 35 as this one's fouled back to go 1-1 on the count. Here's the pitch. And a bouncer out to Kynes. Kynes will have the throw to first, and that is the inning. So the Mavericks go 1-2-3 and will go to the bottom of the 6th, 5-1. We'll back after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
MPSN is back to live stream the Montana Legion Baseball AA and State A tournaments this summer. Join us live from Billings, Montana for the State AA Tournament and Florence, Montana for the State A Tournaments, July 27th through the 31st for all the play-by-play action of every game. If you know of a local business in your community that would like to sponsor the coverage of the games on MPSN, please send us an email. MPSN. Legion Baseball's home for the 2019 Montana State Legion Baseball Tournaments.
Hey, are you gonna try out that new gym? I hear it's really cheap.
Not a chance. They don't have group exercise classes with awesome instructors like we get at Fuel. And the owners are in New York City. What?
New York City!
Mm-hmm. The New York way is not the Montana way, so no way.
Fuel Fitness and Nutrition, your Montana born and bred fitness chain. And unlike the others, we never close.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. The bottom of the 6th brings in the 8-9 batters with Hunter Kirkpatrick leading off. He'll foul the ball for pitch number 1 to make it strike 1. A roller to Stensrud, the throw to first, and the Stensrud-Hangus connection is an out. 1 away.
Number 7, Tyler Penny.
We come to Tyler Penny now for the Senators, bottom of the order, with 1 out and nobody on. Here's the pitch by Hill, and this one's lifted shallow, and it comes up. Johnson will put it in the glove, and that's 2 outs on the shallow pop fly. So 2 outs now. Top of the order, Ty McGurran for the Senators. Senators continuing to warm up an arm in the bullpen. Now we haven't seen anything but just arms going here. No pitches yet. Hunter Lindgren, I'm told, and this one's going to skin down the right field line. Picked up by Frazier in the corner. A runner around second on his way to third as the throw is made. And it's a stand-up triple for the Senators with 2 outs. That one kissed the line at over first and then rolled deep in the corner and bounced. This one's fouled into left field, and Stuart Long, and they're saying it's fair. That one bounced on the line, back in the corner. They're going to bring the runner home around the corner, and it'll be a triple for the Senators. Back-to-back triples, one of them earning a run. And it's now 6-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And they will call that a hit.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 8, Rudy Barkley.
We come to Rudy Barkley now. His first at-bat of the game. Runner at third, 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and it's over the plate for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. And it's just off the plate for ball one. 1-1 on the count. Barkley in right field in the place of Caden Sell. And he reaches for this one as he fouls it off to bring up strike two. 1-2 on the count. Here's the pitch by Hill. And it's upstairs for ball one. Here's the pitch, 2-2. And that'll be fouled back at us. And we'll stay at 2-2. For Barkley, his first at bat. He's got 34 on the season with 10 hits. This one's going to be a bouncer up the gut. Krieger will score, and it's 7.
RBI single to center for Barkley. Now batting.
To 1, Senators.
Chase Nielsen.
2 outs. Brings up Chase Nielsen now, the first baseman. Here's the pitch by Hill. Runner's going to go. This one's line drive right into Stensrud's glove, and they're going to say that is the inning. So 2 runs scored. The Senators strengthen their lead. The Mavericks need runs. Top of 7th, all or nothing. Right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Coming this summer, Milk Crate Media 406 will be the home to a new group of local podcasts to highlight our great state of Montana and the people within it. Starting with a local show to promote Missoula sports athletes. Next, a podcast that will take a look at worldviews. Then a show that will entertain you while informing you about Montana's great outdoors. And finally, a podcast that will take a look at the people and places that make Montana great. Stop by mcratemedia.com to see the full line of new podcasts.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 55 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as they are honoring the veteran of the day, David Donnelly, for the Senators. So both teams out on the lines to honor that veteran, and what a story he has as he gets the handshakes from all of the players and the umpires. So we get to the top of the 7th inning for the Mavericks. They need 6 runs to tie.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to
7 to take the lead.
7th inning.
Ethan Kientz remains on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. For the Mavericks, it's the 6, 7, 8 batters. Stensrud, Clausen on deck, and Hangus in the hole. As Kientz warms up, the Senators with an arm in the pen. Ethan Kientz with 71 pitches. For Kientz. We'll take a look at his stats here.
Leading off for the Mavericks in the top of the 7th.
So Stensrud comes to the plate. 4 Kientz, 6 innings, 1 run, which was earned off of 7 hits, struck out 1, hasn't walked any, hasn't struck any, and currently has a 1.17 ERA. Stensrud will roll this one into left field, and the Mavericks will load a runner on at first to start the inning.
The catcher, number 14, Andrew Clausen.
The Mavericks have been able to accumulate hits as they have 8 right now, but they have not been able to get the runs. Here's Andrew Clausen. And Clausen will take the first pitch for ball 1. Drew Stensrud at first. Top of the 7th. We're 1 hour and 12 minutes into the game. Here's a foul ball to bring up strike 1. 1-1 on the count. So for Clausen, fly out his first at-bat and then doubled his last at-bat. And he'll take the pitch for strike 2, 1-2 on the count. No outs, runner at first, Stensrud. And Clausen is struck out, swinging for the first out of the inning.
Zach Hangus.
Brings up Zach Hangus for the Mavericks with 1 out, 1 on, top of the 7th. Senators lead 7-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard, and Hangus holds off for ball 1. Here's the pitch, and this one's lifted high into the gap. It's deep, but McGurn is there, and there's 2 outs off the pop fly.
The second baseman, number 1, Dayton Bay.
We come to the bottom of the order for the Mavericks. Dayton Bay, 2 outs. Drew Stensrud at first. Here's the pitch, and Bay showing bunt. He'll take ball 1. Stensrud with a jump at first. Pitch inside brings up ball 2, 2-0 as Dayton Bay lays off. Here's the pitch, and this one's lifted into left field. Back for it is Spiroff. Spiroff has it in the glove, and that is game. The Senators get the win. The Mavericks' second loss of the season.
Half-price burgers and dogs. If you want to grab one out the door, half-price burgers and dogs.
Senators win 7-1 over the Mavericks. Mavericks with 1 run off of 8 hits, an error, and 5 left on base. For the Senators, 7 runs off of 10 hits, no errors, and 6 left behind. The Mavericks on the road Friday and Saturday. We'll talk to you at 7 o'clock on Friday night. Good night, folks.
1 hour and 12 minutes.
Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Missoula Sports.
What a rush!
MPSN's coverage of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness.
Always, always, always.
Tune in next time when the Missoula Prep Sports Network has coverage of your local sports heroes.
Well,